Why hello. Mechanical dolls, clockwork dolls, dolls that move, dolls that talk, dolls that do all sorts of crazy stuff. These have been around for centuries. Some have been adorable.
Hi, my name is Teddy Ruxpin.
Others have been absolute nightmare fuel. And others were total atrocities that I wish to never have to see again. But today we are talking about dolls that have been released in the past, 60 years or so. Recently, I have put out some Instagram reels and TikToks that just got this crazy wild response where everyone who saw them either said that they were just the creepiest thing they'd ever seen, or they were completely adorable and they loved them, or both simultaneously. Somehow. A lot of people have been asking if I was going to make a YouTube video, something long form where we could hear more about them and look at them closer. And if that was you, then today's your lucky day. I'm just gonna bring them out. I'm gonna bring out a bunch of these wild ass dolls. We're gonna see them in action and we will judge. Are they creepy or cute or both? Who knows? Let's get it started.
Who's the swingin'est dolly? Who can swing when she's walking?
Now for all of these segments, I'm going to do a voiceover because as you will see in a second, they are all loud as hell. Yeah, Swingy is an 18-inch doll from 1968 that walks and dances and even came with a record she could swing her hips to. I've spoken to a lot of people who were kids in the 60s that had a lot of fun with this doll. Mine came with a really messed up torn dress, so I replaced it with the dress of a different doll. I honestly find her more funny than creepy, which I don't think I can say about the next one.
Just like you, Mattel's Baby First Step is growing up.
Baby First Step is another 18-inch doll from Mattel that requires 2D batteries. She also came with skates that would attach to her shoes, as skates did in the 60s. Now, her face, lacking the joy seen on Swingy, along with her stiffer movements, definitely up the creepy factor. Seeing this in a darkened room in the middle of the night might just cause some serious goosebumps. Yeah. Now, there were a few versions of Tippy Tumbles, first released by Remco, and then this ideal version that you see here, and she was quite popular. She's an acrobatic doll operated by a wired remote control, 17 inches tall, requires 3D batteries. She could perform forward and backward flips and handstands using these motorized arms. Tippy also had a dexterous brother named Timmy. I'd honestly place Tippy on the cute side, though I can see how she might unnerve some people. Now we are seeing how Mattel brought ballet to the playroom with Dancerina, a 24-inch doll that can pirouette, toe dance, and turn her head using a control knob hidden in her plastic tiara. Each doll came with a cardboard record featuring the Song of Flutes from the Nutcracker Suite. And then later Mattel released two smaller variants, including the one seen here, Dancerella.
Dancerella, Dancerella, dancing ballet. You can make her spin when violins begin to play.
They all share the same type of control in their tiaras. Personally, I think they're pretty cute and a little mesmerizing to watch in action, even though they're all loud as kitchen blenders and not exactly ideal for a delicate performance in the Nutcracker. But I like Dancerella.
She's called my Pretty Ballerina, the lovely doll who dances like a prima ballerina. She moves.
Next we have My Pretty Ballerina, who came from Tyco in 1990. Somewhat slower than the previous two, she dances on her toes, forward and back, moving her head and arm pretty gracefully, and she's guided by holding the rose attached to her hand. At 16 inches tall and requiring 2 C batteries, she came with a cassette of Tchaikovsky ballet music. Some people on Instagram told me she was unsettling due to her rather uncanny movements, but I don't know. What do you think? Now, we have the most frustrating toy I may have ever played with in my entire life. Mattel's Baby Skates, produced in 1982. This is a wind-up toy that skates all on her own, or at least that's what she's supposed to do. I've never been able to keep mine up for more than 6 seconds or so. I mean, I will say, however, that when she's working, it's pretty difficult to look away.
Way.
10 years after Baby Skates, we had Baby Rollerblade from Mattel. This one definitely stays on her feet better than Baby Skates, though she can give you a hard time as well. She's another 15-inch doll, equipped with knee and elbow pads, along with the little pink helmet. When she's performing correctly, I think she's another one that's pretty mesmerizing to watch, but a lot of people commented that she scares them to death. I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to the madness. Ice Dance Princess from Kenner. She doesn't move her limbs like the others, but she does fly across the ice on a moving platform, which you can set into these varying patterns. She's more of a set it and forget it kind of toy. You just play some music, position her stance, and watch her go.
For Jennie Gymnast, reach for the stars. Now you perform on the
Manufactured in 1993, we have Super Jennie Gymnast. Coming equipped with parallel bars and a remote control, this 16-inch doll moves both her arms and legs to perform flips and swings on the bars, somersaults and headstands on the floor, and I'm sure some other tricks I haven't thought of. It makes for a pretty wild thing to witness. This one I don't find creepy so much as I find her impressive. I mean, she's quite the little athlete, and I'm sure made a lot of kids interested in gymnastics. I don't know. What do you think? Now, we can't really talk about dolls that creep people out without discussing dolls that talk.
This is Mattel's family of Chatty dolls. Chatty Cathy, Chatty Baby, Tiny Chatty Baby and Tiny Chatty Brother, and this is Mattel's Charmin' Chatty. She's different because she has a different personality for each of the 5 records you can change, so she can say over 100 things.
Charmin' Chatty was equipped with a lo-fi phonograph in her abdomen, but she was different from other talking dolls because you could change her records. I absolutely hate this doll's face sculpt, the same sculpt Mattel used for Scooter in the Barbie line. I think definitely makes her creepy to look at.
I'm Barbie's best friend, PJ. PJ, hey, wow!
And of course, I have to mention the number of talking dolls from the Barbie line as well. Equipped with tiny little phonographs and activated via pull string. They say all kinds of stuff, though it's usually pretty vapid. These are dolls I really love, though. Definitely not creepy.
My name's Brad. What's yours?
Daddy, she talks about
Talks about this. Here's a present for my best friend.
Now later, in 1984, Mattel introduced Chatty Patty, who had a different look, and her spoken phrases changed based on the item she was holding. This one is much less creepy than Charmin' Chatty,
What shall we play with now? You choose.
in my opinion. You tell me.
After we open the present, let's brush your hair. Please make my hair look pretty like yours.
Oh, I'm Peewee Herman.
Talking Peewee is really cuckoo.
And just because I don't want him to be left out, we have my childhood hero, Peewee Herman. First released by Matchbox Toys in 1987, he came with a hard plastic face, hands and feet with a plush torso. Another pull-string talker. He said 5 phrases any fan would recognize. Today, most of these are broken in the same way, with the string retracting too quickly, making the doll shriek unintelligibly. But if you really listen, you can figure most of it out.
Happy birthday, girlfriend. You're remembered.
Amazing Allie remembers your special days.
And now we come to Amazing Allie, who was advertised as a, quote, smart toy, who could be programmed to know the time of day as well as the date, and would remember your favorite holidays and your birthday.
Hi, Dudette. I'm Allie. We're going to be best friends.
She can be interacted with using various accessories and plays different activities like telling stories with the user's help and figuring out the details of said story, or having a tea party. Another thing that sets Allie apart is that she moves her lips to speak. One quick Google search will tell you many people find her creepy. Me, not so much, but I can see it.
She made a special invitation and sent it to all her friends. What a strange tea party this is. The end.
Alright, I hope you guys have had fun watching this. Let me know, were these creepy to you? Are they cute to you? Or are they a mix of both? I personally found them more annoying than anything else when it comes to just having to operate them. I have only been able to put out videos every so often, but I have a lot more content coming up over the next several months, like a ton of new videos. So make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.